Yeah.
Like Christmas markets in Europe, that's the bomb.
What is one thing that actually teach you while traveling? Like, what come into realization while you actually, going away?
That's kind of just gonna like hype the crowd up, like just come out, have fun, interact with people, and it's like you're like an MC. And I was like, I haven't done that before. So it's like, give me a second, let me just Google and watch some YouTube videos.
Let me try my bathroom quickly. I have to say, like, obviously, before you come in, like, we obviously, not a background check, right? But we actually have
Police check.
All right. We actually have to, look up who's coming in, so we don't know.
Yeah.
I really see you've done a bit of the traveling, right?
Yeah.
How was the trip?
That was hectic. That was like a really, really good experience that I had. So that was actually in 2018.
Right.
Yeah, so that's quite some time ago, and I packed heaps into 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was solo traveling. It was 2018, my first year of uni, and I kind of just I had a personal event that happened the year before that I just needed to get away.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go to Europe.
Yep.
For about 6 weeks. I had some friends that already done the trip before. They were there, I think maybe a few months before I went, and they kind of just said, wouldn't it be funny if you came?
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I can't come right now because I'm in uni, but come December, it's the end of year, I might come then.
Where do you go?
And then I can't even. I have to look through the flags.
A couple countries.
So what I did was I just hopped around different countries, and just each country I did a city. So from what I can see, I did Spain.
Yep.
I did Madrid in Spain. I went to Krakow and Warsaw in Poland.
Yep.
I did Paris in France. I did the Vatican, which is part of it's a separate place, but it's also close to Italy. I did Italy. I did and that was Rome in Italy. I did Switzerland, and that was Geneva in Switzerland. I did Berlin. Berlin was the most amount of fun.
Yep.
I actually spent Christmas Day in Berlin.
That's
in
beautiful.
hostels.
Right. Beautiful.
With a bunch of strangers.
Jeez.
And the night before we went out, and I rolled my ankle. So I spent Christmas Day with a rolled ankle with a bunch of strangers in the hostels. And it's actually one of the most memorable Christmas days I've ever had. And and I did Portugal and Lisbon. I did Porto and Lisbon in Portugal. And so that was just one trip, but I did heaps then.
Yeah.
And then since then, I haven't really traveled as much. I went back home, which is Nigeria for me.
Yeah.
In 2020, just before COVID. And I went to Ghana as well, but more travel plans for next year, because the last few years I've just been working on just getting my career sorted, getting my businesses sorted, and then I can enjoy again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was if there's one advice I could do is just get out.
Travel.
Wherever you can go, it could be Southeast Asia, it could be, I don't know, it could be Europe, it could be Africa, just wherever you can go, just experience.
Well, Peter, obviously we discussed a lot about traveling, so traveling is really important. So for those that are thinking of traveling, definitely pack your bags and don't even think twice, just plan it and just go. Now tell us about yourself. Obviously,
So I think so there's a lot of different aspects to me. So in terms of where I am, I'll look at it in different versions. So there's the full-time work side of me. I manage clinical trials for pharmaceutical companies.
Nice.
So basically, that's just before drugs go to market, they have to test them for efficacy and safety in people. So I help facilitate that across different therapeutic areas. So with vaccines, with oncology, with respiratory work as well. So that's the first, part that I kind of look at myself at, is that person.
Yeah.
And another part that I'd look at myself in is so I have a platform where I tutor kids in school. So mostly high school kids. Kind of just started randomly, and that's the same with this DJ thing as well. I feel like these things just kind of start randomly. So I did well at school, and then I had a few family friends just message me and say, can you help our kids out with school? It was mostly started with research project. I don't know if you guys remember research project in year 11, year 12. I killed it, by the way. I killed it. I killed it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't.
That's good. Hey,
I didn't
you're gonna leave
finish
me hanging
half of it.
bit.
That's how it started. You know.
Yes.
And it was just help our kids out with research project. And then he's like, all right, what maths and biology and this and that. And since 2016 when I finished high school. We'll still be doing that, but it's kind of like something I don't really advertise. Like, I just because I don't want to take on like heaps of people, but you know, like it's all just word of mouth. Like, oh, he's helping us out, and then they tell someone else, and then that happens as well. And then there's the one that How You Met Me, which is like, you know, DJ and MC. And again, that is also something that just kind of happened. Like my friend, I actually remember it so clearly because this was around June last year. On Snapchat, he posted a story. It's just like, who's free on Saturday nights and wants to make extra $200?
Yeah.
I replied to a story. I was like, as long as it doesn't involve selling drugs, what is it? And then he said to me, he's like, actually, you might be a good fit for what I'm looking for. It's just like, he's like, you know, I'm a DJ, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, what do you need? It's just like, I just need someone that's kind of just going to like hype the crowd up, like just come out, have fun, interact with people. And it's like, you're like an MC. And I was like, I haven't done that before. So it's like, give me a second. Let me just Google and, you know, watch some YouTube videos. Let me try my bathroom quickly. So I was just like, I just went on YouTube and I was just, you know, I just played the first video. I actually remember so clearly. Play the first video I got. There's this guy just going around, like trying to hype the guys, like, yeah, jump up. I was like, bro, you gonna pay me $200 to do that and give me free drinks? I'm like, come in.
Done, lock it in.
And that's how it started, you know. So then I went down, you know, the venue was down south, and like, and I went down there, every Saturday, you know, and just like, you know, emceeing, like interacting with the crowd, and it was just kind of just like effortless, you know. And then I was watching him, you know, and that's the thing about these things. It's just like you're in an environment where you're watching something happen, you're seeing something happen, then you get intrigued by it. So I was just like, okay, I'm doing this, and it's kind of just become like second nature. Like I don't actually have to really think about it. Like I just rock up. And I just do my thing. And he's like, bro, you killed it. Like, cool.
From YouTube?
That's the thing. I looked at that YouTube video to see what it meant. And I was just like, this video is whack.
I was bombing this thing.
Walking around and I was just like, nah. And that's it. I'm not to put someone's art there, but what I'm trying to say is like, I didn't really know what he was after. Yeah. But it's just like, and I think that's what's important that I'm going to say about like, you know, this, because I have my full-time job, and like my full-time job, I actually in a position where I actually do like what I do. So like I don't DJ or tutor because I hate my full-time job and I need a break from it. I do them because it's kind of just something that's happened in terms of like, I feel like sometimes you might have like a talent or a gift, or you might be able to do something well, but you don't really see it until people tell you, hey, can you do this for me? And you keep doing it, and then it keeps happening. Like I've been tutoring for almost 10 years now, and it's not because I wanted to be a tutor. It's just because family friends say, hey, can you help us out? And it just keeps going. And he just enjoys it, You know, like I swiped up to a story on Snapchat saying who wants to make $200 a night, and then a year later, I'm not really now. Like I actually barely MC now. I mostly just do DJ work and events and stuff like that, you know. But that's where it started. Like I would, you know, if you told me then that you would DJ, I'll say no. So I already got enough on my plate. You know, that's what I'll say. I'll say like I have a full-time job and I'm tutoring. Like why would I need to add something else to it? You know. So that's what happened because I just, you know, so that's why I want to just clear out. So it was like just like, okay, I'm here. I'm doing this now, and then you know, I remember there was a night. He had like a wine tour for the event, and then he was, you know, as you do at a wine tour, you drink a fair bit. And then we had to do this like the set, and it was a bit sloppy. And he's like, bro, do you want to DJ? And I was just like, no, I don't do that. I just talk on the mic and say hello to people. Like, what do you mean? And it's just like, he's like, you've been watching me do this for like 6 months now. You should be able to just know some stuff. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So then, you know, you just kind of showed me. And that's where the interest started. And I borrowed his decks for like a week. And I was just like training, you know. And then this year I did this competition, like, you know, that was like, it's called like Your Shot. And it was just like an avenue for me to just like get, I guess, some like training, some more training and then exposure mostly. That was the main thing for me because this is very different to like tutoring where I don't really like need to market myself or anything like that. What I found about the DJ stuff is like you actually do need to market yourself. You need to, you know, meet people. You need to go out. You need to socialize, and you need to, you know, to be able to actually get your name and your brand out there. Of course, you know, so it's like it's a very different thing, and then it just kind of just happened as well. So when you said talk about me, I kind of like look at myself as the person that does all these things, but still manage just to have just a good time doing it. Because all the things that I do, I'm passionate about.
That's good. Passionate about.
Yeah, like, you know, so like, you know, like it does get tiring, like, you know, I get busy, like, you know, like this month, for example, like my full-time job was like my main focus because it was just very demanding this month. But, you know, like, I don't think there's any time where I'm able to just do all of them, or 3 at like full capacity. And that's, you know, that's just me being self-aware of like, okay, this month I'm focusing more on this, or this month I'm focusing more on this, or this month this is taking priority, you know. And then sometimes it's just like I'm not doing any of them. I'm just chilling, you know. So yeah, that's me, you know. And I guess like that's what I do. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm like, you know, hanging out with friends, going out, not judging the DJ, you know, knowing that they've put a lot of work, you know, into what they're doing.
But you're like, I can do better than that.
You know, traveling, go to the gym, you know, I like badminton, social badminton. Yeah. I used to play social tennis as well. And I think I enjoy, you know, exercising more when it's like, you know, not just me.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I can go to the gym by myself, but I feel like I get more out of it when I go to the gym with a friend, you know. And like, I don't want to do competitive sport because just don't want to. But like social sport,
that's you know.
Like it's just fun. You know, like you're exercising and you're being social. 2 for 1.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a chill guy who
I'm a chill guy. Just a chill guy.
You know, you're
that's
just
me, bro. Just a chill guy.
Yeah, the real definition of chill guy.
When you Google chill guy, I come up.
Nah, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah. So with DJ, what genre do you normally play?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you're asking this because I need to get a message out there. You know. So with DJ, the way I look at it, I'm not an artist, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between being an artist and being a DJ. Now, this is, people might disagree with this.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that, for me, I play what people want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. An artist, they're their own creative person.
Yeah.
And they draw people that like what they play.
Yeah.
And what they create.
Right.
You know, so like, you like The Weeknd's music.
Yeah.
You is drawn to him. You know, you like Katy Perry music.
Yeah.
You're drawn to her. Like, you know, they're artists. You know, for me, I play what the people want to hear. So in terms of what genre that I play, it depends on the event that I have. If you change the question and say, what music do you listen to and what music are you passionate about, I would say Afrobeats, R&B, and hip hop. Those are the kind of music that I would listen to myself. So when I get those kind of gigs, you would get the most passion out of me because it aligns with what I'd listen to.
Yeah.
Now, most of the events that I actually do are mostly commercial. So I'm talking things that are like, you know, trending in the radio.
Yep.
Lately, trending on TikTok. Like, I did a 40th the other day, and the lady was like to me, "Oh, can you play APT on my 40th from because my daughter really wants to hear it." I was like, "What's APT?" You ever hear that Bruno Mars Rose song?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's APT.
Yeah. It says,
bro, you need to listen to it.
Yeah, that's.
He knows.
It's actually not bad.
He spent a lot of time on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's a good song, but
I
I
know.
never knew what the name was.
And then there's also like the, what's it called? Like, you know, right now on TikTok there's like a lot of like the Glorilla song, but like, you know, mash up into Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
So like, I'm saying all of this because like sometimes the gig is just what it is. Like, you know, so they say, like, I kind of give, because I do private events, like mostly. So I kind of just say, what do you want to hear?
Yeah.
I just play to that. So R&B, hip hop, Afrobeats, commercial, house, anything that's not like super heavy. Like I wouldn't play techno because that's just like heavy bass and it gives me a migraine. And drum and bass, I couldn't really do. And nothing for the people that play that. Like, no offense, you know, you do you. It's just they're not like things that I would be able to do. Like, and if I got a gig that was to do that at this stage. And I say at this stage because right now I can't do it, but my aim is to be what they call like an open format DJ. And that's a DJ that can basically just play anything and everything, you know? So right now I've been fortunate. And again, this is all just because I guess like the MC career was like, you know, from like June last year to like around July this year. And then since July this year, that's when I had that competition that I did. And then after that, that's when I've just been focusing more on the DJ. So it's only been like, you know, a few months.
Yep.
So in that time, I've done a lot of like 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 40th, you know. I think I did a 16th not that long ago. College balls. And yeah, and for those crowd, what they mostly want to listen to is songs they know. Because they would want to sing along, they want to dance along to songs they know. And then where I met you, that was a little different. That's actually more of like, I guess, kind of music that I would listen to. So it was like more Afro beats, which was really nice to those down. Like, don't get me wrong, any gig that I get to do, I'm just happy to play because I'm just a chill guy.
I'm just a chill
guy.
guy.
I'm just a chill guy that likes to play. But like, you know, like the R&B, hip hop, Afro beats, which is what I did at that event, you know, it was really good. So yeah, in terms of what I play, genre is just like, you know, you book me and you tell me, like, you don't tell me what songs to play. You just tell me, like, you give me kind of like an idea of the kind of songs that you want to listen to. Because the way I look at it, it's a service that I provide. It's an entertainment service that I provide, and it's like entertainment is based on what entertains you. You know, so like, you know, kind of music that I'll play for us here, and that kind of music I'll play the 40th.
Yeah.
Would be different.
Yeah,
you know?
people have different preferences, so
Yeah, but it's very different. You know, there are some DJs out there that don't really, I think, care about the crowd too much, and they play it because to them, their DJs are sort of their art and expression.
Yep.
And that's really cool too. I think it's just right now, just starting out, the way I'm looking at it is it's more so like an entertainment service that I'm providing for people.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to clear it out there is because I think a lot of my friends have seen my stuff and they're like, bro, you're always just playing white people music. I'm like, I'm sorry, but white people are booking me.
They pay you. Hey.
They're paying me, bro. and also, like, Loki, don't hate. White girl bangers, you know, he's good. Like, I know you want to hear that Katy Perry song. Like, why are you hating, bro?
Katy Perry.
You know what I'm talking about. So that's why I wanted to clear it out, because like a lot of my friends, you know, like, you know, they're also Africans like me, you know, and then they see my stuff and they're like, bro, all your crowd always white, like all the people you're playing for always white, and I'm just like, I'm telling you, this is the people that are booking me.
Yeah.
If you book me, I'm not gonna come to Afrobeats events and play Taylor Swift. You know what I mean?
So,
Like,
so that's very interesting, right? So for example, what if a Chinese person actually book you?
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. Let me have some water. Just let me think about that. Let me think about it. Okay, well, actually, it's funny that you...
That's definitely, they will
Isn't
listen
that
to that.
Japanese?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah, that is trending, so yeah, definitely that.
Ooh,
And that's a good question, because, no, like, you know, honestly though, if they book me, I'll say, okay, like, what are you expecting to hear? So like for like people, like when I did the 40th, that was the first time. Like the first time I did the 40th, that was the first time I'm playing for, I guess, an older crowd. So I was just like, I kind of asked her, I was just like, do you have Spotify, or do you have like kind of like a playlist of kind of songs? Because you want to get an idea
Of what they listen to.
listen to. Because at the end of the day, like, people that go out want to hear something that they know.
Yeah.
They want to hear
That's
something
right.
that's trending.
So they can, like,
they
kind
want
of
to hear
relate to it,
something that they
whatever.
can dance to.
Yeah.
They want to have fun. You know, like, that's what it is. You know, really. So I kind of like, say if the Chinese person booked me and they wanted to listen to, like, I guess, Chinese songs.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I would probably just say, hey, I don't think I can actually do this.
I have no capacity.
Because I do not have the capacity. I do not have the capacity for this. You know, just be a heads up. I'm just a chill guy.
Don't call me again.
Honestly,
I'm crying, bro.
I'm
crying.
I'll say, can I find it, like, you know, maybe like, you know, someone that I can maybe, you know,
Jesus Christ.
recommend you to, or something like that, because it's different. Because if they just because they're Chinese doesn't necessarily mean they want to listen to it. But if they wanted that, I mean, like, I just don't have the tracks. Like, I have a catalog of tracks, and it's not there. It's not in the tool. It's not in the tool list. But I have had an inquiry once about, like, you know, they wanted Indian music, and I was just like, I only know one.
What
and
is
it's
it?
the same one that everyone plays in every club.
That's
It's the Meet Me at the...
Yeah,
something.
I know what you're talking
you know
about.
what?
Yeah, I know what I'm talking
Actually,
about.
kind of, it's like, yeah.
Oh, you know
So
that
Meet Me at
song actually,
something.
if you make a beat to it, it'd be killer though. Like that song that they play all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a killer beat. Yeah, try to make it look. I think.
So that same thing as well. Like, when they asked about that, it actually didn't align well, because then the next day I was flying, like, for my full-time job.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I actually can't do this gig because like it doesn't align
Yeah,
time-wise.
yeah.
But also, I probably would have also said no because they wanted 3 hours straight of just Indian music. Don't have the catalog.
Now,
you know.
sorry to cut you off there, but this business that you're doing now, because you're passionate, sort of some sort of thing that you enjoy, because you've got the Chinese, you've got the Indian, you've got the African. Do you see yourself having a couple of colleagues? Are you looking to expand your business? Maybe you hire a Chinese or an Indian person to work with you that they specialize in that. Do you see something like that happening a couple of years time? Or
So yeah, so the way I look at things is like I only scale once there's enough demand.
Yeah.
So earlier this year I looked at scaling the tutoring because I was saying no to people.
Yeah.
You know, so to me that's a good time to think about scaling. Because for me, like these things that I'm doing, like I don't have, you know, I didn't start them with the intention of them becoming a business.
Yes.
Now, if they were to become a business, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But for me, I guess the way I look at businesses is right now I'm a service provider, independent.
Yeah.
I provide the service, you know. So if I'm going to try and scale, there's also complexity that comes with that because I have to get people that are like-minded with me, people that are looking at doing the same kind of, that have this like similar mindset, and that we can all kind of have the same value and, you know, same incentive that we're trying to drive, you know?
Yeah.
So we have to have something that we share together in terms of like our purpose, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily an easy thing to just have, you know?
Yeah.
So like if someone's coming to me and I'm booking the event, like it's kind of like me and my brand and who I am is associated with that.
Yeah.
So if I then start subcontracting that work,
Yeah.
even though I'm subcontracting that work, it's still associated with me.
Yeah.
And the way I think about that is I would only do that when I'm in the phase where I have like a backlog of work and I'm having to say no. Like when I've said no to gigs, it's just because I've either double booked or it doesn't align. Like I can't actually provide the service that I would like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had like, you know, people double booking me and triple booking me, and then at that point I would look at scaling.
Expanding. Yeah.
So in terms of that, I think, you know, it's something like, again, you remember like this DJ side of things, it's only been a few months.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 months now. So it's definitely not in the place for scaling
Yeah.
right now. But I'm not against that. And another thing that I can also look at is, you know, like I work with some pretty good like agencies and independent businesses. I can also look like, you know, partnerships, collaborations, and all those kind of things. And I think for this industry, I think that's probably the way I would lean towards because it's actually very tricky and very difficult. And especially in Adelaide where there's not like, don't get me wrong, I love Adelaide. So this is not me bad-mouthing Adelaide.
No.
I've lived in Adelaide since 2010 and I travel a lot for work, and Adelaide's still home. So it's not, but it's just like the nightlife, I guess, in Adelaide is not as much work.
Yeah.
So it's a quite competitive night experience because there's a lot of artists, DJs, MCs that all need work. You know, like, you know, clubs are shutting down, rebranding and opening. You know, there's only a few events. So I think, you know, it's going to get better. I think it's getting better. But in this space that I'm in with this, I guess, new industry that I'm kind of just like stepping my toe into, I'm in no rush.
Yeah.
Like I really just kind of just want to like, you know, get experience because the thing is like I said, I've only been doing it a few months, so I'm still trying to like better my art as a person first as well, and then as that gets better, like, you know, the opportunities that I have
Will come.
you know, the clients that I have, the frequency of work that I have will expand at that stage as well.
It's personal development. You work on yourself and
Yeah.
you attract business.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no rush. So like yes and no to your question. I guess is
That's good.
I've been around it a long way, but that's yes and no.
That's good.
All right, Peter. That was an amazing conversation. I hope you got to, you know, talk about the things you wanted to talk about, and we don't want to take your time.
Yeah, no, this
too
has been
long.
fun. I really enjoyed it, and thank you.
No,
so
thank
much
you for
having
coming
me.
in for us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man,
Thank
We
you.
also,
This is fun.
yeah, we also have you know, gift every guest that comes. We give it to them. If Ali could.
Well, Peter, thank you. Before I give you the guest, I just want to ask you one advice. One advice to you out there, the people that are watching. What would that advice be to?
I think it would be just within reason to say yes as many times as you can, because I think well, just again, I can only speak for me as a person, so this is I'm no like a life coach or anything like that. But just speaking from my experience, like, you know, a lot of the opportunities that I've had have just been because I just said yes, or just even have a curiosity about you, you know. Like, you know, me swiping up to the Snapchat guy's story, it's just me being curious, like, what could you want me to do?
What
like,
worse can it be?
Like, you know,
what's the worst thing?
I was like, as long as it's not illegal, like, what is it? You know, tell me.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know, the tutoring is just like, actually, that was funny. It's just like they asked my mum if I would help their kid, kind of thing.
Yeah.
My mum's like, oh, I'll ask him, and I was just like, are they gonna pay me? Because it's, you know, it's far to go there. I have to catch a bus.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, and then it kind of just happened, and then, you know, so it's just like, I think it's just, if you're curious, if you have like a yes kind of mindset to things, then you can just try it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, at least you know. But you just kind of just like, I think that's just the way I look at it. It's just like, just give things a go, say yes, be curious about things. Yeah.
Pretty much try to take on as like many new experiences or journey as much as possible. Is that what it is?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So have an open-minded person. You never know, someone can change your life. So
Yeah.
always open to yes. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you, Peter. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
man.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
man.
very much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that.
This is fun.